Sephy Sims here, and welcome to another speed build. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Now, what we're doing here is it's quite a very general speed build. I'd suppose it's the kind of house you would probably find on most streets. Most suburban streets. That's why it's pretty much called Suburban House. Well, if I'm honest, it's the kind of house I see on many American TV shows. You don't get these kind of houses in Scotland, I'm afraid, which is a shame because I think they look really pretty. I mean, you might get them, I suppose, but I've not seen them in any in my neighbourhood. So yeah, I just decided now. I did a reasonably good speed build as my first video for this channel, and I've done a couple of parts for my Legacy Challenge Let's Play, so I thought maybe it's time to do another speed build. So I spent the last couple of days trying to find what kind of inspiration I wanted to do for a speed build, and you know, what kind of house was I looking to do, because I'd obviously did quite a big house previously, so I thought don't maybe want to do something a bit smaller or a bit simpler. And I discovered the best place to find inspiration for houses is actually Pinterest. I absolutely love Pinterest. When I first got Pinterest, I spent about 3 days just looking at all the cool stuff on it, like not just houses, like just general stuff like fashion and decor items. I love looking at interior design and things like that. And lots of other things, like there's lots of sort of fandom inspiration as well. But I discovered that you can actually get details of houses, and you can actually get their floor plans. So this house that I'm building just now is pretty much an exact replica of a floor plan I saw, and the outside of the house is pretty much exactly the same. And I think it works quite well, actually, the way it's turned out. What I'll do is after I've uploaded this, I'll include the link below for the page that I found the floor plan for. Like you'll have seen me at the beginning. I kind of did a rough idea of what the outside looked like, but then I was trying to make sure all the rooms fitted. Usually I don't do that. Usually I just build the outside and then kind of work around the rooms afterwards. But because this was based on a real floor plan, I thought, well, I need to check and see that this is actually going to work. And I think, I think it does. Yeah, this is going to be essentially called just a suburban family home. It's going to have 3 bedrooms, the master, another sort of double room, and then what I've just put is a pretty generic kids room. And it is all on one floor. There's just sort of a feature window in the little sort of, I don't know what you call that, a little roofy bit. Yeah. But it is all on one floor. 3 rooms, 3 bedrooms. The living space and the kitchen are reasonably open planned. I mean, there's a couple of not half walls, but there's little portions of walls that kind of conceal part of the room, but it's not a full wall, if that makes sense. It's not completely covered. And there's me just doing the sort of porch area there. So yeah, they're not half walls, but they kind of conceal it off a little bit. So it just creates that sort of separation between the living room, and the kitchen dining area. Now I had the floor plan for this property, but I didn't really have any idea of what the decor was going to be like inside, because it was just literally a picture of the outside and a floor plan for what it was based inside. So I just kind of took liberty with that. I quite like the inside, actually. I will show you in a wee moment anyway. What I'm focusing on here is just a little bit of landscaping. I don't go too overboard with the landscaping there. quite simple really, just a couple of hedges in the front. I thought about doing hedges all the way along, but I thought no, that's probably a little bit too much overkill. You can see I do it here, and then I'm like, don't really like how that looks, so we'd stop, we don't do that again. And then I think I play around with the outside a little bit. I couldn't really decide what we were going to do there. I kind of do a lot of the same work that I did previously, with the overlapping of all the sort of the plain hedges, because I know you can get those little bushes, but then I know you can get them with purple and blue colours, overlapping of those, and you know, just try and make it look a little bit luscious, but not going over the top either. So it's the kind of landscape you probably get in a relatively new house, where there's a little bit, but then the rest of it is all plain. Which I don't leave it plain, actually, now that I've said that. There is a little bit of landscaping towards the end. I put a couple of trees there, and I think I put another climbing frame, just for, you know, the kids. And then I put a fountain in the back. You won't see that for a wee while, because I did decide to do that for quite some time, because I don't really know what to put there. I just thought I should probably just leave it quite simple. And yeah, so you know, if anyone wants to download it, they can put their own little spin on it. Yeah, I was not sure what I was really thinking of with the sort of terrain there, but I just thought, well, if let's say it's a new property, it would have maybe a little bit of terrain, but not much else to it. So you know, again, not too much landscape there, just a couple of bushes in the corner, because I just thought to sort of round it off there. I don't really do much there at this point. I kind of leave it for now. Do I put a tree? Oh yeah, I put another tree. So yeah, no, I'm just kind of rounding off the corner of the lot with a little bit of landscape here. And I think I look about a little bit, see if there's any more I want to do. I kind of round off this little terrain bit there, because I wasn't really happy with how it looked. And then I think after that we focus mainly on the inside. Now, for the first time, it was actually the inside that took me the longest portion to do, because obviously I didn't really have an idea of what it actually really looked like inside in terms of interior design. I had a lot of inspiration for the outside, because obviously I had that picture, and I know exactly that it was quite dark grey, or I think it was a dark blue colour for the outside, like the wood, but it had blue windows and a red door. So I knew exactly how the roof worked as well, because roofs are usually what I'm worst at, because I really struggle to make them look good, but because I already had this inspiration, it was quite easy for me to replicate. I put some lights in here first, because I couldn't see what it looked like. I was like, I want to be able to see what it would look like on a regular day. Yeah. So yeah, I also in the floor plan I could see that there was a fireplace in that little corner. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a fireplace there. And I decided to go with that modern one. I've never used that modern one before. I hadn't actually realised that was actually a fireplace. And I was looking at it and thinking, well, that looks actually really cool. And you know what I should have done? I did play test it, so everything works, you know, everything works fine. Because there was a couple of move objects cheat on. See what I'm doing with the little indents and walls there. So you know, it's not completely enclosed, but you know, it separates it a little bit, I think. Anyway, I've totally forgot what I was saying though. I've totally forgot what I was saying beforehand. Never mind. Yeah, this is going to be the master room here. While I'm decorating it. Again, I've decided to carry on with the blue theme, because the living room is that really deep blue, which I love. I love that colour. I actually use that for a lot of my builds. The room beside it ends up being the main, well, I suppose the ensuite bathroom. And there was a good 3 parts of the floor plan that says it's for storage. So you've got storage coming out of that bathroom there, and then in the 2 other bedrooms, where you can see them there, there's like 3x1 things here. It said storage as well, so I ended up using the closets from the Get Together stuff pack, not stuff pack, expansion pack. So they just kind of slot into those little spaces there, which works quite well. I mean, it doesn't completely take up the space, but you know, it's better than nothing. Otherwise I wouldn't have had a clue what I was going to put in there. And I never really use the closets in my builds because I sometimes, especially that one there, I just think it takes up so much space. But thankfully, with this floor plan, there was space allocated for it. So it worked out to be brilliant. Yeah, so working on the main bathroom just now. I usually find that when I'm doing the bathrooms, I tend to use that combination of the tiling on the walls and the floors, because I just love that pattern. I love it. I love the beige and the white, the sort of white occasional tiles there. I just think that looks so pretty, and I really want a bathroom like that myself. I mean, it might not be to everyone's taste, but it's not my taste. And if I want a bathroom like that, then that's my taste that you need to cater for. So yeah, I put both a bath and a shower in here. I was worried that I was going to run out of room for everything there, because obviously I needed space in front of the wardrobes to be able to make sure you can get in and out of them. So I was like, well, that's taking up a good chunk of room now, that little corner. But it's fine. It's fine. I can't believe that ends up actually being the first room I completely decorated and filled with furniture. I've totally forgotten the phrases for that, but never mind. So yeah, working on the master bedroom just now, again carrying on with the theme. Something I decided to do with this, because we've got a lot of lovely windows in this house, I decided that some of the rooms would have curtains, and I don't know if you recall in my last speed build, but I will have said that I had never remembered to put curtains in, so I was actually really chuffed with actually remembering to do so. So yes, no, I don't put too much in here. Obviously no need for any dressers or anything like that, because we have the closet in the bathroom there. But just a couple of little bits of decor here, and then I decided I'm going to put some curtains on the windows there, because it's quite a long window. So I end up using the curtains from the what's the movie stuff pack. And I overlap them, so it looks really, really full. So I end up really liking that. Especially, I went for the pattern for the curtains in the main bedroom, because everything, I know I use a lot of different kinds of blue in that room, but it was the main pattern, if that makes sense. So it looks alright. Well, I think it looks alright. Hopefully you think it looks alright as well. This is the second bedroom. It's, I suppose you could call it the visitor's guest room, I suppose. Again, quite neutral, a couple of nice little accents in there, and I end up putting that small wall TV. Just, if you had a guest over, they should have their own TV in the room and things like that. Yeah, not too much there. Again, you can see a little bit of separation between the little hall bit leading to the other bedrooms and the main living space. There's another bathroom in here. Again, it was very, very small. I was concerned I was gonna run out of space, but I end up having to put a shower in front of the window. I don't really like concealing the windows that much, but it was necessary, I found. It was very necessary in here. But never mind. Yeah, and then the next room is the kids' room. Again, it's gender neutral. It's not specific to a boy or a girl. I end up putting some athletic posters in on the wall there beside the bed. When I eventually get around to putting it there, I'm not quite sure what's happening. I seem to be taking my time. So, I mean, it could be a boy or a girl's room, really. You can have an athletic boy or an athletic girl, I suppose. I'm not athletic at all, though. When I was, I think, 13, I was getting my school report. And I had my PE class and things like that. And my PE teacher wrote in my report, just one line, it said, "Josephine is an enthusiastic pupil, but lacks ability." I've always remembered that, because it essentially says she tries really hard, but she's really rubbish and can't do it. So, yeah, after that I've not really tried. I'm not really gifted at sports in any way, shape or form. This room here, this tiny room here, it says in the floor plan it's the laundry room. So I imagine that if we ever get any you know, washing machines or dryers in the Sims 4. This will be the room that it goes into. I just put I just put pretty much a sink and some couple of laundry decor items, you know, not much else. Because obviously I don't have anything that we can put as laundry in the room. So it's a pretty useless room at the moment. But, you know, it'll be fine. If we do get, you know, the washers and dryers, then we can put them in there when we get the chance. Again, start playing around now with the living room space. I end up using I think they're meant to be outdoor chairs. I think they're meant to be outdoor ones, but I really like them in that colour, the white and the blue, and I think it goes really well in this room. So I think, you know, if it's an outdoor chair, then just suspend your belief for now, because I think it looks really good in the main living space. And again, just little bits and pieces here. I think I put a coffee table down with a couple of, I think it's flowers or lights or something like that. Couldn't decide on the rug I was going to go for. I ended up going for, I think I go for that white and black one. I think so. If it had that kind of shading with white and blue, that would have been perfect, but it didn't. I think the other blue option is blue and orange, and I thought that would clash a bit too much for everything else. Everything else is kind of blue and white. But never mind. I started playing around with the lights in here, because I thought, well, I like the candles at below the tea, and I kind of wanted to create a little bit of mood lighting there. But then I think, well, that looks too dark, so I kind of need another light. So I ended up putting, I think, that one there. Did I change it? No, I don't think so. I think I do change, keep that light there. And I end up looking specifically for a little while for the hat rack or the coat rack. I ended up having to type it because I couldn't find it. I couldn't work out where it was actually based. But we get there. We get there in the end. In this little section here, I end up putting I suppose you could call it a study, or study area. Just a couple of bookshelves, and I end up putting the desk with a nice computer on it. Again, kind of white, clear colours with the blue chair. Although I think I do change the blue chair. I don't think I liked the shade of the blue that I ended up putting there. I end up looking around it. And looking for other pieces of sort of paintings to put on the wall. See, I changed the chair because I wasn't very happy with it. I'm not still that happy with that colour of chair, but never mind. So the kitchen, what am I doing there? As you know, is actually continuity, that's the word I'm looking for. I was saying that, but I was just pronouncing it wrong. I ended up using pretty much the same counters that I've used throughout the house. So the same ones that are in the bathroom that are used in the kitchen. I don't know if you really get that in actual houses very often. Do houses use the same counter spaces? Probably not, actually, now that I think about it. Oh well, it works in this aspect. I cannot actually remember where the counter spaces are from. I want to say Perfect Patio, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, if I'm honest, because they look like they're from the Perfect Patio stuff pack. But when I look at them, I'm not 100% sure if they are. Anyway, I should get like a dictionary of where everything has come from in The Sims, just so when it comes to moments like these, when I'm trying to remember where they're from, then I would know. This room here, the room at the back, once I've finished decorating, the room behind the giant wardrobe, it didn't specify what kind of room this was in the floor plan. So I kind of took liberty with it, and I decided to make it a sort of kind of a sunroom, like a garden room. I mean, in really big houses you get rooms like these that tend to be quite bright, and they have loads and loads of plants in them. So that's what I end up doing. I end up putting loads of plants in this room. I put some mirrors in it to make it look a bit bigger and a little bit brighter, and then just a nice little lounge chair, as if you're just looking to sit in that room for a little bit of reflection. Yeah, I thought about putting a study in there, but I decided against it because we didn't really need it. We already had the bookshelves and the computer, and I think I ended up putting an easel on the back patio. So again, you know, just kind of lots of greenery. I mean, you can change that room if you want. I mean, if you want another bedroom, you could definitely change that around to that. But I thought we already had 3 bedrooms. I'll just make a little living space there. You know, it's easy enough to change it if you like. Now, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. I feel very phlegmy. The little decking bit here, I ended up just putting a sort of outdoor dining space with a nice barbecue and lots of chairs. I ended up putting more than I usually do, because usually I just kind of go for the standard four chair and table set, but I decided to go for the 6. This was an accident. I wasn't really going to put this big fountain in there, but I thought, well, I never use that fountain. Why shouldn't they have a beautiful fountain? And you can just watch it when you're barbecuing. I decided to keep that, and remove it if you want. All I'm really doing here now is just kind of final touches, see if there's any outdoor decor items. I think I put a hose on the wall, for all the gardening that you need to do in the house. I think I put I put that hose there. Not really much else. I think the easel goes in the corner. I could put a couple more chairs in the back there. Just, if you wanted another private speaking space, you had it. You have it there in that corner. And again, with the fountain, I just put a couple more hedges or bushes to sort of round it off the corner and surround it. Not much else happens here, I think. I'm pretty much done. Just kind of finishing off there. As you'll see here, I do a couple of changes that you don't see on camera. So I decided to put some plants on the front patio, and I do the roof trims. I make it more prominent than it is in the video. But here are some pictures of the finished product. I hope you like it. If you want to download it yourself, you can find me on the gallery under Sephy Sim. So that's Sephy Sim without the S on the end. And you can download it at your own leisure. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Click subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.